Hi, this is Malcolm Blight, and you're listening to the Crowject.
Touchdown showdown 51. Kicks from 45. Starts right, but it's coming back. The Crows win.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Crowject podcast. Thank you very much to our sponsors in Solely Designs, Nathaniel's Coffee and Paninis, Trojan Aluminium and ARC General Maintenance. Thanks for keeping the lights on at the studio here. We will be discussing our huge win over the Eagles yesterday, your thoughts on the game, all of our favourite segments we'll have coming up, and much, much more. And then we'll be having segment street after that, where we will go through some of our other segments that aren't going to fit in the pod tonight.
Too big.
Too many things to talk about. So sign up to our Patreon if you want full access to that and full access to our pre-rolls and our bonus episodes like Obscure Crow, Get Your Crow On, etc. Patreon.com/Crowject.
$1 a month.
$1 a month. That's
Don't be a
all you
dickhead.
need.
Why wouldn't you? It's $1.
And all you can find out is why do we teach children animal noises?
Whenever you go to
What relevance does this have in life?
whenever you go to a restaurant or a pub and you go and buy some sauce on the side, it costs you $2. Half of that you get a month of content.
So just ask for half
I
a
feel
thing
like
of
$2
sauce
a
at the
sauce
pub.
is quite cheap now. I feel like you roll on about $3.50 at some
Yes,
places.
I did just go to an Indian joint last night and get mango chutney for $2. So that's
Whoa,
the most
okay.
recent.
$2.
Yes.
Jeez, yeah. So if you just get a half serve of mango chutney next time, that's enough mango chutney,
That
really. You
wouldn't
don't
have been
need...
enough to enjoy it. Not half as much as I would enjoy all the content from this podcast.
Exactly. Amazing. So Patreon content, mango chutney, take your pick. I don't know. Maybe just one on, one off.
That's the kind of shit you can get.
fly in, fly out with the Patreon. 1 week off, 1 week off.
Now these lovely voices that you're hearing talking some absolute shit.
You're here alone. What are you talking about?
It's our crew for recording tonight. So we have Jade next to me. Hey,
Hello.
Jade. How you
How
going?
you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Tracking
recovered
along.
all right since the game yesterday?
Yeah.
Mm,
You know,
good.
what's one more brain cell gone going to
Yeah,
do to me?
Exactly. You'll be fine. We got Ben.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Wearing a lovely Celtics
Yeah.
Indeed.
tonight.
Fire them up.
Are they're doing good, right? Is that
One win and they're in the finals.
Oh, hey,
Ooh
all
la
right.
la.
Good old basketball chat. Love it. New segment. Cream's shaking his head over there. Hello,
Cream loves the
Cream.
Celtics.
You're lucky you brought it up because I was going to bring it up when you introduced me. I don't mind that he's wearing it because there's no chance they're winning at all, and he knows it. So
We'll
that's
find out.
fine.
Who are they playing?
Don't know yet.
They
Likely
will
Dallas.
play Dallas.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, all the best to
Thank you.
the Celtics.
I'll just turn this
Go
way for the rest
It's
of the night.
Luka Doncic's time.
And over there in the producer's seat, whatever it's called. What's
Covered
it
in
called?
lotion. Lotion bit.
Lotion bit. It's Lleyton. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Just bathing in the afterglow of the win.
You look more slippery than usual. I think you overdid it with the lotion.
99 points will do that to you.
If only it was 100, right?
Yeah.
Now throwing over to Jade. Jade, please tell us what happened yesterday.
Well, yesterday, I like coming here and having some positive news to say about our Crows. We absolutely demolished the Eagles, which I feel like going into this, a lot of people weren't confident. Like, start of the season, you would have been very confident about this. I was not confident. A guy on the bus said to me, he's like, how are you feeling about today? And I was like, not great.
Yeah.
Because really, Eagles are only like, 1.5 wins behind us on the ladder. So,
Yeah.
That's more
So-
of an indictment on us, really.
yeah, true. So, yes, we had the Crows winning by 99 points, 21-11, 137 to the Eagles 5-8-38. With a crowd of 40,965 for a 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon game. Not too bad.
Wait a minute. Where's the iPad with the sound bites? We don't have
So
it?
what do we want? I don't think we have it.
Fuck.
Would you like a live version?
I need some horns.
There you go. That works.
So, yeah, very good showing by the boys. Ben, do you want to go through our goal scorers? There's an interesting
Indeed.
one right off the top.
Indeed. Chase Jones kicked 3 goals. I can't say he would have kicked the most goals in the game many times before.
Best forward in the comp. Love it.
Pretty much, showing why he was picked 9. Walker, Rochelle, Keys, Fogarty, Dawson and Cook with 2. And Saligo, Scholl, Schoenberg, O'Brien.
Yes.
Whoa.
Murphy and Burgess with 1.
I'm sure we're going to spend 5 minutes talking about O'Brien.
We should just do it now.
All
we
I
or
will
am
say
I?
about the game is I didn't get to go and I was
It's
at
all
work.
about you.
So I would like to compare this game. I saw the quarter time score and I kind of got busy working and I was like, oh, we'll let them back in. And when I look in the third quarter, it'll be close-ish. I thought we might win by 5 goals. And then we were up by 13 goals. It was like waking up with morning glory. When I looked at the TV score, I was like, what the fuck?
Look, like I told you last week, West Coast away from home, different side. Shit.
Oh, but they still managed to suck off Harley Reid at every opportunity.
That's going to happen for the rest of the year.
Oh, I'm so over it already.
The crowd was giving it to him.
Yeah, I love the big highlight. He fended off Rochelle and then kicks it out of bounds to the forward.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't still see that bit in the highlights.
Fox
it's just a
Sports
bend off,
post.
cut it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fox Sports posted that as a highlight, and they're like, out of everything you could have grabbed,
Yep.
why
Yeah,
that?
hey.
Why that?
It makes
Yeah.
you wonder when they're going to get sick of posting his fend-offs.
yeah, exactly.
Surely at
It's
some
like,
point they're going to be like,
"Man can
we've
do
done
it."
enough of these now.
No, the AFL account yesterday posted 4 tweets in a row that were literally all Harley Reid focused. We're up by 100 points. And Harley Reid did this.
Crows,
Fuck.
nah.
He
Reid,
didn't even have,
yes.
I feel like this wasn't one of his better games.
No,
either.
it wasn't.
No, it
He
wasn't.
had some highlights, but they
He
weren't
had 14
really
touches and a goal.
Yeah, I mean,
Took the mark, kicked a pretty average goal that nearly missed.
Yeah,
For
that's it.
NFL fans, this is probably the equivalent of Taylor Swift on the broadcast in the back half of the year with Kansas City.
That's a valid shout, actually.
Because every time he goes to the bench,
but he's
they're
on the
cutting
ground.
to him. But when he goes to the bench, they're cutting to him, smiling and laughing with Adam Simpson. It's like, focus on the game.
He gets subbed off, and the camera's just literally on the bench the whole time.
It's literally the actual thing from The Simpsons. Like when Harley Reid's not on the screen, we should all be asking, "Where's Harley Reid?" It's literally just that.
It's like when they say press red for Ed, they should have press red for Reid. And people can just watch him the whole game.
I would love that. Reid cam.
Yeah.
The West Australian will probably take that one.
I think that people need to chill on the whole. So many people were so fired up about the fact that he was getting booed. And it was like, what? I don't
Yeah.
understand. I've never understood the whole why people get so riled up about booing. Like, it's just, that's every single sport. Like, you boo people. That, but back in Amy Stadium days, they used to have like the whole point of, what was it called?
The crowometer?
19th man or the crowometer or whatever it was, where you're supposed to boo.
Yeah.
Was that Amy Stadium? Maybe that was Elodie. I don't know.
I think, yeah,
you know what I'm
Amy
talking
Stadium,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, it
The
was a
whole
free
19th
pass.
man thing, and it was like you have to boo the opponents when they can go. And now it's like, oh, you can't boo Harley Reid. He's just an innocent 19-year-old boy.
Verbal is fine as long as it's not racist or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they start throwing projectiles at him on the field, then by all means.
This isn't fucking Mario Kart, mate.
Exactly
No
right.
one's
Yeah.
throwing red shells
Where'd
at Harley
the
Reid.
shell come from? But, like, there should be no reason that you can't tell him he's a fuckwit
Yeah.
while he's lining up for goal.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
sitting on the fence to try and put him off.
Or even, I mean, just booing in general. I just don't know that
And
that's really going to affect him.
most of them yesterday came from moments where he'd kick it out of bounds on the full, or there was a free kick he gave away in their forward 50 and he was talking to the umpire for literally 2 minutes after whatever had happened, and they got a bit of booze after that. But
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hard enough.
If
In
you
saying
don't-
that, I'm sure he's not a fuckwit. But when
But I'll
he's
say it
when
anyway.
he's playing your team, you'll do anything to put him off as
Yeah.
long as you're
Exactly.
not cursing anything.
At the end of the day, if you don't like booing, then just don't boo. But if people want to boo, then just
Let him boo.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Let the people
you're
boo.
never going to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
We just cheer everything that happens on the footy field.
And the thing is, when you boo, it's not like the players are giving it back to you, so it's not like it's ever going to escalate.
I wish they
Like,
did.
Yeah,
How good.
that's when we'd have problems. But like, if it just comes from one way, and then a guy goes too far, boot him out. If he says something that bad, boot him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if it's
exactly.
booing, who cares?
Yeah. that's it. Sometimes the players, when they kick goals, do a little something to the crowd, you know, a bit of like a bit of a probably not. I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah,
they do.
or
It's
they
happened a
put-
couple of times.
Or like they put their hand to their ear, like they can't hear
exactly. Oh,
people.
yeah,
that only
whatever.
happened like 2 weeks ago for us.
Ended well for us.
Lost my 4 points. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to boo, boo. If you don't, don't. We had some interesting opinions about selections, I feel, this week. Some people were happy with it. Some people were not so happy with it. So we had out, Himmelberg injured, Rankin injured, Hamill and McHenry omitted.
Hey!
The good news is McHenry did not have a good game in the sample, so you shouldn't be coming back anytime
there's
soon.
no surprise there.
And then we had coming in, Mummy Boy.
Mummy Ballas, patreon.com/project. You won't
You're
get
gonna
it
have to-
unless you register.
Listen to our pre-roll to see why I've come up with this.
If you see a side of the footy Mummy Boys, it's totally us.
Mate, the bloke was born in a pyramid, I'm telling you.
We had Burgess. Schoenberg in his first AFL game back in like 250 something days, which is great after the Achilles injury last season.
I love when they talk in days. It always just makes things sound longer than they are. It's
because he had a little countdown calendar, I reckon. He was crossing off the days every single
like
month.
a prison like thing is chipping it into his wall.
And then we had Berry as well, who was the sub, and he came on at halftime for Sligo with load management.
Load management.
No.
Sligo was a bit aroused watching Harley Reid.
They had to manage his load.
I like to say I have a balanced opinion. So this is the bad. I didn't realise how slow Sam Berry was as a footballer until yesterday.
Yeah,
He just
point.
lobs around.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
He's a tackle machine. He's not the running machine.
Yeah,
I know.
that's it. Yeah, I
It's
guess
whenever I
that's
saw him run with the ball, I just felt myself wanting to yell at the TV. Bastard!
Put your foot down.
Yeah.
You're right. I guess his job is to just get in there and get dirty and to do some tackles.
The hard ball
But
gets.
he was the leading tackler for the game, I believe, even though he only played one half, which is pretty cool.
See, it's all about tackles.
That's cool.
That is cool. It's very cool.
He had 5 tackles
He's-
equal with Lockie Murphy
Yeah, exactly.
for the highest.
The highest,
Yeah,
still the
wow.
highest.
That, to be fair, that's because they didn't really get much of the ball, I feel.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still the highest of the game out of anyone, right?
Yeah,
Like no West Coast
equal,
supporter
yeah.
even.
Yeah.
West Coast player. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
This is disposals. Adelaide 409 to 263 for West
Oh.
Coast.
Yeah,
What's the tackle thing?
40 to
44. See,
Yeah.
that's not even that different. It's crazy. They got to.
Can you go up? What was that stat? What was the 45 to 23 stat? Go down. Yeah.
Hit outs.
It is. It's so interesting.
Notice the
Rob.
silence.
Yeah, Rob. Oh, yeah. This is just a good segue.
This is your 5
It's a
minutes.
good segue into
Yes.
Rob.
Where's the hit outs to
5
advantage?
minutes of fame.
Oh, these people that are saying, I wish we had a goal kicking ruckman.
Well, you've got it.
You bloody got it. You almost had it twice in one game.
It was the most excited the crowd got when he marked the ball for a while.
Because it was probably the most interesting part of the day. Like at that point, 80
Can I
points
just say,
up.
when he marked it, it stuck in one grab too.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just like, poof,
Yeah.
like Velcro in his hands. I was like, God himself ain't knocking that out.
God himself.
And then he still looked confused. He's like, do I handball? Or
Yeah,
what do I do?
exactly.
It
What
was
do I
like,
do
alright.
from here? It was a decent kick from
It was
him.
pretty good.
I love that kicking action is just still
I don't
hilarious.
think I've ever found myself focusing more on a kicking action movement. It looked like he was about to start pretending the
stirring the
footy was
pot.
in a washing machine as he's running in.
He got told you got to put the revolutions on the ball.
Yeah. Oh. And when he kicked it, I found myself more impressed with it than anything that he made perfect contact with the ball because of how much he moved it
Yeah.
before he kicked it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was just playing around with it, a bit of showtime.
Yeah.
He also had 3 marks for the game, and of his 9 disposals, 8 of them were kicks. So he's not just handballing it off anymore. He's backing himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That's because
these bad things
I
a
think
goal will do to
that's-
a man.
Yeah, that's mainly because even Rob had time to kick it with no pressure from West Coast during the game at all.
Exactly.
And I think also we were leading by that much. He's like, fuck, if I shank a kick in this game, who cares? We're already up by 10 goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of
It's
curiosity-
not the match winner.
Yeah.
What was his disposal efficiency, Lleyton, over there?
Oh, we don't need to know that.
I'm just curious. I genuinely don't know.
Ben's little smirk gives me
I have
the
actually
impression
not
that this is
looked.
not going to be a
I
good
haven't looked
answer.
either, but
I feel
You're
like
going
it
to
should be
click on his
alright.
name. Click on his name.
Oh,
I can't remember
no.
any particular mistakes that he made yesterday. Like, I'm not here to slander
Imagine
him.
it's 100.
because originally on
44.
out of 9 disposals, so
So
You know,
yeah,
4 hit the touch.
That's almost
Yeah.
half.
that's pretty good.
Almost
Yeah,
half.
almost half. I'll be going home with a smile after that.
how can you not?
You got a goal to your name. You got 41 hit outs to your name. There must not have been that many stoppages. Hey, 41.
Yeah, it wasn't a
So
lot.
couldn't
it was
get their hands on the ball.
Very free flowing game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first quarter, 7 goals to nothing.
Yeah.
That set it up.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yep.
And Dawson had like 400 meters gained in the first quarter.
Had 11 touches, 2 goals, and I
Yeah.
think 5 not 5 tackles. There was another high number in one of the stats at quarter time.
Score involvement.
Yeah. Yep. And I think 60 fantasy points or something like that, which was nice to have the captain on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez.
Decent shout there. So the other players that impressed, I had listed down Fogarty, Jones-led, and Scholl. I feel like Scholl has been a little bit of a whipping boy for a fair few people. I think he showed what he's made of, or his potential yesterday. At the game, he had 34 disposals, which was made up of 22 kicks, 12 handballs, 9 marks, and 4 inside 50s.
I'm never going to look at him the way the coaches look at him. So it's hard for me to ever say that he had a good game or he didn't. Because I think the reason that he keeps getting dropped is because people think, or people, maybe internally they think he's just offensive and he doesn't run back defensively. Like I never focus on the TV to have a look and see where's his opponent or where's Scholl running back, or because I'm so focused on the footy itself. But do we think it was a combination of the fact that the West Coast player on him was probably dog shit, and also
There was no
him-
pressure. He worked hard. He was running all day.
I
But
did
it was
see
that
him,
sort of game for him.
yeah, I did see him running back, but it's like, I don't think we needed to place much defensive pressure on them yesterday at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
it.
also playing more in the forward 50 half of the field yesterday as well. So
Yeah.
that may be
He reminds me
place
of
moving
Rory
forward.
Atkins. When we play well, he
yeah.
plays well.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's actually a good shout.
If Lockie Scholes gets 25 touches, we probably win the game.
yeah.
Like, what's his position? Half forward flank?
No, wing.
Yeah.
Because the
wing.
thing is, if he's on a half forward flank, then you don't expect him to be half as accountable defensively. Like a winger, literally running up and down.
Yeah.
A half forward flanker, he has a long kick.
Mm.
He runs fast, and he can boot the ball a hell of a long way. So, yeah.
I feel like he's one of those
Half-
players that just randomly appears up at random spots on the field.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he'll be in, like
With
literally
that
in the
goal he
goal
kicked, it
square.
was just a, yeah.
He'll be in the goal square, and then next minute he's down all the way in the defensive 50. I'm like, how'd you get there?
Time prep.
I can teleport.
I teleport.
That would be a handy skill to have as a
We
footballer.
should have him everywhere.
If you could have one superpower as a football player, teleporting. Oh, super speed, I guess. Oh, but teleporting.
No.
What about just like a massive kick, like a 200-meter kick?
Like a bionic leg sort of situation.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be handy too. I don't know.
You
Yeah,
take
just
all the kick
depends
outs
what
'cause you'll be
position.
able to kick a goal.
Yeah.
As a full back,
Bang.
you
Yeah.
definitely.
I'd go
want that.
super strength.
Super strength. Okay, yeah, just throwing people around.
Yeah, because like super strength, if you're a key forward or even you're anywhere up in the forward line,
yeah.
you can just literally nudge someone to the side
Nah,
and they
then it'll be
fly
a free
10
kick.
meters away.
Yeah.
No,
but,
forceful
like,
contact.
You use your forearm or even bump them, and then they're 10 meters away. You take an uncontested mark every time.
I would pick invisibility.
Invisibility.
Imagine just
Yeah, right.
switching on and there's just a ball floating around, but they can't actually see where you are to tackle.
The North Adelaide
But
tactic.
then how do they know if you kicked it to go for a goal? You'll just see it.
All your stats. You don't get
You
any
turn it off
stats.
as you kick it.
You don't have to be invisible the whole time.
You never get credit.
Also,
You've
if
taken
you're invisible, it's just a floating jumper around.
Or otherwise you're playing naked.
Yeah.
Then you're like having to turn it off to keep it going. Everyone's seeing your wiener.
You've taken 6 bounces from the centre half back, and all people have seen is a mid-air ball for 120 metres. And then
And
it
just-
randomly just spikes and lands on the hill.
Oh man. Well, while we're talking about Shoal, he also throw into my favourite stat. He ran 15.7 kilometres for the game
Wow.
and had 34 touches. Which, Kareem, you're good with numbers. How many
I want to say it's about
touches?
450 metres per
per
disposal.
disposal? It's not good. David McKay would have done better than that.
How close do we reckon we are, Lleyton? You have a guess.
To what?
How many metres per disposal? 15.7 Ks, 34 touches.
I don't know.
A number.
461 metres.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Not bad, Kareem.
He knows his stuff.
With the Crowject calculator, that's what we call him around here.
Rain Man Crane.
I think one of my biggest questions from this game is what can we really take from the win? I think that, one, it's Eagles' biggest loss of the season, which, I guess it's a home game for us. But when you think about it, we haven't played that well at home this year
We haven't played 4 quarters
anyway.
like that for a while.
So, I think it's still something to take note of. And we also recorded our highest scoring first quarter since we kicked 7-5 against the Eagles in round 13 last year. So, so I feel like it's just history repeating itself a little bit.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, it is nice. I guess it's a nice confidence boost, especially Eagles coming off of a good win week before. Like you said, I guess Eagles away from home are a bit of a different team.
They've won 3 of their last 6 before our game. So they weren't way off. They've still been quite competitive in the games over that 6-week period. So
yeah, that's it. But I don't think that we can really take away much from individual performances in this game just because, like we're saying with Shoal, great, he had a good game. It's good to see. But at the end of the day, if he can't do that against worthy competitors, then what's the point?
And I think we've been speaking a while about the schedule coming up and how there's Hawthorn and Richmond, and then we have the bye. If nothing else, this should just prove as a springboard into that, because nothing's going to give don't get me wrong, they'll be happy they beat them by 99 points, but nothing's going to give us more confidence than if we carry this into the next 2 games.
Yeah.
And then we go into the
Sydney and
bye
GWS.
with 3 on the trot, knowing they only lost to Collingwood by less than a goal. So
You forgot the Sydney game before the bye.
I thought that was after the bye, wasn't it?
Nah, we got
before.
Sydney.
Giants is after
probably
the
a
bye.
good thing you forget
Yes.
about.
Yeah.
But that's you don't go into that Sydney game expecting to win. Sydney are far from the rest of the competition. They're
Exactly
well and
right.
truly
Yeah.
top. So
What have you got to lose?
exactly.
Kind of
At that point, you just have to go in and try and take something from the game because it's not going to be a win, probably.
And Rankin might be back by then.
Mhm.
I mean, what's that? That's still 3 weeks away.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Rob will have kicked 8 more goals.
Could be leading the Coleman by then,
He will be our full forward.
we'll have some superstars out of the mid-season draft, which we'll touch on later. They'll be kicking 10 goals a week.
We're beating Sydney, basically. That's what we're saying here.
But yeah, I think hopefully we can carry it on to some of the games upcoming and show that, we're not just shit all the time.
Yeah.
I think our ball movement's looking better and our forward line is working more effectively. I think that's probably the 2 things that I can take out of the game on the weekend. But again, as Elodie was saying, you need to stand up and do that against the sides that are better as well. Otherwise, what have you got to play for?
Can I just say before we forget, Soph did send in
Oh,
a
yes.
3-minute
She did.
soundbite this week
Yes, I'll play it.
Oh,
for
yes.
Fogalicious,
Yes.
which we're going to have to put in. Lleyton, you popping it in?
Right now.
Beautiful.
All right.
Well, in a few seconds when I get it ready.
You're not going
Let's
to
hear
play.
from
I know
Soph.
we didn't really
No,
touch
we're
much on
playing
Fog,
it.
but I
You're
feel
gonna
like
play it
Sophie
on
will
the-
just
on the air?
Yeah, right now.
All right.
All right.
Hello, guys. Big fan. First time caller. Firstly, Fog. Wow. What a game. He started a little bit shaky, and I'm going to let Taylor Swift tell you exactly what I was saying the time that I saw him go off with the doctor and physio at the start of the first quarter.
Oh my god, baby, are you okay? Walk it off, baby. Just walk it off. You're still hot, baby. You're still hot.
Cream, you're safe to put your
Thanks,
headphones
Taylor.
back
Couldn't
on.
have said it better myself, to be honest. Let's head to some stats. So he had 20 disposals, 17 of them were kicks. He went at 80% disposal efficiency as well, which is great. 9 contested possessions, 8 marks, 2 goals straight. The big ones for me, though, were the 10 score involvements, the 4 inside 50s, and 507 metres gained, which was second best for the team behind Dawson with 673 metres.
All the stats.
His huge game also saw Indigenous artist Patrick Ferguson award him with a Best on Ground trophy, which was a shield trophy that meant protection, strength and resilience. So it's really good to see him get that recognition as well. He just looked really strong. He was attacking the ball, moving up the ground. A lot of his work and possessions were between the 2 50-metre arcs, so it's good to see him getting involved more. I feel like early on in the season he was hanging back a lot, but his work rate has definitely gone up incredibly these last couple of weeks, and he's been competing a lot more too, which is great to see. I think we're starting to see him reach that potential that we've been after. I think he's finally getting some confidence now as well to be able to play that kind of role. And elevate himself more, especially as we see Tex maybe start to take a step back in games. I know he's always been compared to him as his replacement as such, but I think Darcy still offers something different. Obviously, in his draft year, he was trialled as a bit of a midfielder and a forward. So I definitely think he's got that ability up the ground, and we've already seen that as well. I don't know that he's got the endurance to be there properly, but I do like to be able to see him work up the ground and link into our forward line with the other players as well. Just a couple key moments that I really liked. In the first quarter, he took a mark, played on to keep the ball moving, but it was smothered or missed kick or something. But he stayed up with the play, kept the pressure up, and was able to eventually punch it forward for Shoei, who then hit Cook in the 50. And then in the third quarter, he couldn't quite bring down the mark, but he had the confidence to run off his opponent straight into the 50, kept the ball low to kick the goal. There was an option of a player in the 50, but he backed himself. It was just really good to see. Was it borderline 15 metres or more? Yeah, no, we won't talk about that. Also, just going to finish on this. It's just not fair how good looking this man is. Mid-game, seriously, I just went for a walk with the dog and I look like a bloody turnip. But you see photos of him mid-game and even after the game with the trophy. It's just... Anyway, stay beautiful, Fog. Have a good rest of the pod, guys. Love ya. Bye.
She took the words right out of my mouth.
That was Turnip Sophie.
It's Fog's PR manager. Pretty much.
Cream was not awoken from the slumber of Taylor Swift.
You still with us, Cream?
Yeah, that bitch who said that it made me sleepy.
I wish I was as passionate about anything as Sophie is about Fog and as Cream is about hating Taylor Swift.
I'm glad I took the cans off because it sounded like... Was there more after I took the cans off that I should have... I thought you might have started singing Taylor Swift.
No. It was a quote from Taylor Swift. It wasn't even a song, so it would have been safe. But
I'm glad I missed it.
But yeah,
That was
very well
Fogalicious.
said by Sophie. I think it was good to see Fog be strong around the ball. And
yeah.
I like Burgess. I think Burgess is a cool guy.
He's a cool
The first
guy.
win at the club, got the gay race shower. Good vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Great vibes. And again, it's you can't really judge performance on this game, but I thought he was fine. I thought he was good.
When he kicked that goal yesterday, I just thought he looked like a ideal candidate for Obscure Crow, 15 years from now.
I genuinely was thinking that when I saw him on the field. I'm like, no one is going to remember this dude.
No. He could be a librarian wearing turtlenecks.
Yeah.
every day.
Why does that
like
suit
10
him
years
so
from now. But
perfectly?
yeah,
Didn't he used to be like a school teacher?
I don't know. But
Yes.
you
Yeah.
can see it. People that look like an occupation. He has that written all over him.
I love
Doesn't
that.
mean he can't earn a couple $100,000 kicking a footy too,
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah.
post footy, he could walk straight into a school and no one would mistake him for anything other than a teacher.
Should we just do an Obscure Crow episode for him now?
I think you end up on some sort of list if you do that, Cream.
It's all right. He's got a turtleneck on. That means he's a teacher.
Is that a teaching degree or turtleneck sweater? And one is 3 years and a lot of money. The other is a turtleneck sweater.
All right. If he was going to be a teacher, what subject do you think he'd teach?
Do we remove the obvious of PE?
Yes.
History.
Let's say like university professor,
Oh, okay.
where there's a bit more.
Philosophy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Looks like a philosophical man.
Biology
And you can still wear the
or like a
turtleneck.
chemistry teacher.
I said history.
Yes, I can see that.
I
Yes.
can see geography.
I think, one of those with a pair of glasses on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he's pointing at the
glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Square frames.
Yeah,
He's got like a
Square
laser
frames.
pointer for the board. Like,
Yeah.
He's got a tweed jacket on, like he's got the whole
Yep.
look going on. Yeah, all right. Well, good luck to Chris Burgess. Maybe try and get some games of footy in first, and then we'll talk about the future.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, too funny. So does anyone see any changes leading into the next week? Obviously got Hawthorn away with potentially Himmelberg being available to come back in. There's a couple more tests on the horizon. Just off the top of your head, does anyone
Well,
see there
Himmelberg's
being any
probably
changes?
over Burgess,
Yeah.
ironically.
Oh no!
Back to the library.
If Himmelberg comes back in, then Burgess has to bone up on his history.
Because what was Himmelberg's issue? It was a broken jaw, wasn't it? Or something
It was like
that?
a face
Cheek
fracture
or-
or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So he had surgery. I think they said it would just be like a week.
Okay.
Hope
I feel like
that's-
He probably
Himmelberg
comes
is the
back.
answer for the ruckman.
Oh yes, yeah.
The second ruckman.
Yeah, apparently. Because Burgess did a few ruck contests. They didn't do.
He got 4 hit
Oh,
outs.
4 hit
Yeah.
outs. Yeah, okay, that's
No.
not bad.
Not much opposition in the ruck for West Coast, though, really.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Isn't it the two? Are they related? The two Williamses
They could be.
at West Coast. I don't know. I feel like Williams is a common surname, but they've got two ruck sort of people. Rock sort of people.
Oh, yeah.
Got
With
those tall
Williams.
jeans.
Yeah. Anyway, probably irrelevant. Everyone needs to know that. But I guess Himmelberg comes back in. Do you think his beautiful face is ruined by this?
It couldn't be.
Is he going to wear a faceplate?
I'd like that. He should wear like a like Kane from WWE Kane mask.
Yeah.
I'd be into that.
I want to see him wear a Rey Mysterio.
Oh, that would be cool.
619.
So after that, we have a lot of good performance from that game. I'll throw over to Ben to the Bungie medal.
Indeed. So I don't have the leaderboard right in front of me. I have previous votes. Jade, who's your 3, 2, 1?
I had 3 Dawson, 2 Fogarty, and 1 Shoal. I feel like we've kind of spoken about them all
Yep.
to a large extent, so I won't say
Yep.
much more than that.
Indeed. Elodie, who are you rolling with?
I don't think I can pass up Chase Jones for 3.
Yeah,
It's
3 goals.
Not often he gets 3
Impressive.
goals. 90 touches. He's a good boy. You know, some of the others they do it every week, but Chase, you got to reward it from Chase Jones.
Yeah, valid.
And then I guess you got to go Dawson after that because it's just Dawson doing Dawson things. And then I'll give my one to Hinge, I think.
Yeah, Hinge was very good.
Yeah.
He was indeed.
Yeah, you could basically just close your eyes and pick anyone this week, except for Chris Burgess.
I actually had the exact same ones as Jade. So I had Dawes 3, Fogarty 2, and Shoal 1. Dawson's could have got it for his first quarter alone, to be honest. But yeah, similar to Jade. I won't touch much more on that. Cream, who you rolling with the 3, 2, 1?
Dawson has to get a 3. Who was your 2?
Fog.
I don't know why, but I really, really like this kid. And this is why he's getting a lot of my votes this year. But Luke Nankervis can have 2.
That was good.
Like it.
And Fog can have the 1.
All right. Lleyton, who you rolling with?
I'm going Dawson 3, Fog 2, and I liked Crouch's game for 1. I
Don't
thought he
mind that
played
at all.
well. A lot of handballs, but they were effective handballs, if that makes sense.
Love an effective hand.
Yeah.
Don't mind that
And
at all.
shout out to Braden Cook. He had the most impressive 9 disposal game. I feel like he kicked 2 goals, but was just,
Yeah.
whatever
yeah.
he touched turned to goal.
He was
He's cooking up some gold.
Yeah.
Mm.
right there. He's becoming a real mainstay of the best 22, isn't he?
Yeah.
Averaging
he's
just over a goal a week, I think, as well. So
gone under the radar a bit, but I
Yeah.
think he's been
I feel like
really
he's one of
important.
those players you just sort of keep in the side, and he always does. something good.
Exactly. He's never going to get dropped, but he's also never he's not going to be in your best all that often, but then he's not going to get dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's good. It's good that this game has kind of made it hard to choose a top variant, not for the usual reason, which is like, oh god, they all play dog shit. But this time, it's just like everyone put in a solid effort, and
Indeed. So the 3-2-1, Dawson, Fogarty, and Jones sneaks in with the 1 Elodie. So you got him a vote, just like that.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. He's a good boy. All right, what do we got next?
Voicemails.
Perfect. We didn't have any.
We have one from Reid, but it's not good enough for the
Oh,
main pod.
No,
shots
we meant to do it in the
fired.
pre-roll. We
It's a bit
forgot,
too
so
risky,
we'll have to do it
apparently.
We'll do it in the segment straight. But we still did get quite a lot of feedback on our Facebook post. So I'm just having a look at those comments now.
But if you do want to leave a voicemail to read on next week, call 8246-5498 at any time. So you guys just call up because you're going to the Melbourne, the Hawthorn game in Melbourne.
Call up every quarter break.
Yeah.
Give some on the clock insight.
So we had Brendan McGarrigan. He said, today's useless stat. 7 goal first quarter, 6 goal second quarter, 5th goal third quarter, 4 goal fourth quarter.
Yes. I like the counting down. It's like that draw when the margin was 3-2-1-0.
Yes. It's good numerology. I like it.
Benjamin Gypsy Danger said Harley Reid still owned half your team though.
Oh, yeah, he was so good.
Did he?
It's just the coverage on him. It's just the focus on him.
Someone commented
He
and said,
does a few good things. He's like, whoa, taking over the game.
Rob commented and said Sligo had the same amount of disposals as Reid and he was subbed out at halftime.
Yeah. Fair point.
And then we had Mark Farrow just commented and said, should we make a bid for Dusty?
No.
Just comes
So
out of the
random.
blue.
It's an odd time that we just won by 99 points. But let's bring
Elliot
Dusty.
as well.
Yeah, why not?
And to be honest, it's mainly just people complaining about random shit in the comments for some reason.
There's not much to complain about.
Someone
is there?
complained about
99
Keys
point win.
taking too long to move the ball and we could have won by 105 points.
Oh, wow.
I'm one of those people.
Of course you are.
I'm very frustrated that we didn't win by 100 points. I don't know why, but it just
difference would it have made?
pissed me off.
We already beat Brisbane on the ladder.
Like when Berry got run down at the end there.
Yeah, I guess it's just...
That's why I was saying he was a plotter. Because he pissed me off so much that he was just lumbering, it's not a fucking Sunday stroll, Samuel.
Samuel Berry. Samuel Barrington. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean because it's kind of nice to say like, oh, it's a 100-point win, and you can't say that. You can't say it was a 100-point win.
Yeah, 99-point win. It's like, don't get me wrong, okay, you still spanked them.
Yeah.
But it's just,
Where's the triple figures?
This is why everyone makes their prices $19.90 or $29.90
Exactly. It doesn't
below
sound
the
like
next
as much.
bracket.
Exactly.
Yes.
$9.99 always sounds less than $10.
Yes.
99-point win is like,
Yeah, like 99 bucks.
$100.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy that. 110 bucks.
There's also an interesting comment over on Instagram by Jack Richo. He said, is this the biggest Band-Aid win ever? As good as it is, there are still a handful of players that aren't going to be involved in our next premiership window, and I'd prefer to get pushed by West Coast and develop players instead of handing out games to Smith, Murphy, Laird and the like.
I do agree with that.
We should have tanked this game.
Yeah, what are we doing? Winning 99 points. That's terrible for the club.
I'm sorry, you guys can agree, but that's a shit tank.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the tanking the game part, but the part about giving games to like Murphy and Smith and that,
I think you need to have a balance because you already had 4 changes and you can't take everyone out to bring all these other players in, and it brings to a point which I had a little bit further on, but we can talk about it now, is that we didn't play a good sample game at all.
No.
On
we
Saturday.
have been gutted with injuries, so
it was pretty dreadful.
A lot of top-up players.
Yeah, and there was not much of a forward line out on that field at all. But I did make a point to say, how did the players that people want in the AFL side fare up? And this is just based on the stats because I didn't get the chance to watch the game. But we had Dowling with 15 disposals, 6 kicks, 9 handballs, 4 marks, 4 tackles, 4 clearances. Curtin, 13 disposals, 4 kicks, 9 handballs, 3 marks, 3 tackles. Taylor was probably the best out of all of them. He had 23 disposals, 10 kicks, 13 handballs, 2 marks, 7 tackles, 9 clearances, 4 inside 50s. And then we had Pedler with 12 disposals, 2 behinds, 7 kicks, 5 handballs, 3 marks, 3 tackles, 1 clearance. Like really, when you look at those numbers just on paper, there's not really many that you would take out of the AFL side that played on Sunday to replace with one of those based on that.
And the other thing is you go back through the list. All right, so we go in through the outs. Himmelberg was out because he's injured. Yeah. He wasn't dropped. He's not in our next premiership side. Rankin,
he's the answer.
Rankin, he was injured. He definitely is, and we know that he'd be a walk-up starter. Hamill, don't think he is either. McHenry, he isn't either. And you bring in ball ace, good to develop key position defenders.
Great backup.
Schoenberg, I think he could be part of our next finals team.
I feel like he's on the same level as sort of Berry, that sort of next run, not the A-grade midfilders we've got. But
but not the
but
worst
if I'm
either,
picking out of the two of them, I'm probably picking Schoenberg.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
and
Darren
that's why
Burgess.
Berry was the sub. So you can't say, like, what's the point? What's the point of dropping them then?
Yeah, I kind of get what you mean.
To bring in young kids from underneath who you don't think will actually be part of a long-term winning team?
Mm-hmm.
Teams are built over multiple years. 4 or 5 people that won't even be in our next winning premiership side, we're probably going to draft this year coming up or through the mid-season draft. So you just play the team that you think is going to win.
Yeah, it's all there is to it, really. People get all wound up about it, but
while there's
takes
still,
time.
I think it's just while there's still a chance to make finals, Nix is going to go just best team available for the rest of the year.
And when it comes to Dowling, Nick said last week, he had acknowledged all the talk around Dowling and he said, but the group that we've got in there at the moment is putting in, and they put in again on the weekend. So
yeah, exactly. And like Jade mentioned, obviously, I don't know, did anyone catch much of the sample game?
Oh, we lost by 10 goals. It was exciting watching.
Yeah, that's not a good viewing.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're looking at the stat lines here, but obviously it's a bit easier to make your stat line look good in a 99-point win than it is in a 50-point loss. I mean, some of these stat lines are probably decent depending on what position they played. Like Curtin with 13 disposals and 3 marks and 3 tackles. That's pretty good depending
if it's
on
a shutdown player. He kept his player goalless or something.
Yeah, exactly. And most of these stat lines are better than Harley Reid's, and Harley Reid is the best player to ever play AFL in the world. So
wow.
It's hard.
We're going to be a super team soon. Is that what you're saying? Or?
Yeah, exactly. But I think I know this is very, very hard for Crows supporters to do, but I think you have to trust in the process and the experts and the people that are putting it together behind the scenes, and not just you seeing the one side of the picture and then being like, why are we not playing this person or this person?
And you can be happy when we win. You don't.
We don't have to.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's a really shit take from that guy that wrote that, because it's just like, it's just a Band-Aid fix, and it's like, can we just be happy about a win? Like,
we've been pretty competitive over the last month. Really,
Yeah.
The first probably 6 rounds weren't great, but you go we had the showdown, draw with Brisbane, like very small loss to Collingwood.
Yeah.
And then the game on the weekend. Everyone is putting in efforts. We're a competitive side in that respect, regardless of who we're versing. So
yeah, I don't know. I looked at it late last week. 3 of the losses that we had were against the team sitting in 2nd, 5th, and 8th, and it was by a combined 6 points.
Yeah, jeez.
And the draw.
That is literally the story of last year. It is the story of last year.
It's Groundhog Day.
bring back Tariq Newchurch. Did you see his game on the weekend? Firstly, he's playing Rezzies for North Adelaide.
Oh.
How's the stat line on him?
Yeah, why couldn't you get an AFL game?
20 touches, 5 goals for, 15 kicks, 5 handballs, 10 marks, 4 inside 50s, and a clearance.
How many tackles out of curiosity?
Has he
0
tackles?
It's because every time it was going in, he got it.
That's true.
Don't need to tackle if you're first to the ball every time.
Mid-season draft. Mid-season draft.
Mid-season draft, straight from the reserves to the AFL.
That's Aaron Keating style.
Oh, yes. I say enjoy the win. I think if us as casual fans can be level-headed enough to be like, okay, like players played well, but it probably doesn't mean a lot. I'm sure that the people that work at the club are thinking the same. They're not like, oh, we won by 99 points. Brody Smith is the best player to ever play in AFL. Like,
we're never dropping him again.
We're going to put a new contract clause.
Out of curiosity, did we do a preview pod last week?
No.
So did we ever touch on that Elliot Yo news that came out last week? We did?
Yep.
Okay.
You were here for it. You were here last
Don't gaslight me, Ben.
And we should never speak of it again. If you want to say Slink Cream, go for it.
Oh, no, I was just going to say $2.7 million, just a complete waste of money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wrap it up.
No.
You've got to find a good balance between, I think, experienced players in the place that we're at now. We need to find a good balance between bringing in players who are experienced, but not ones that are probably going to be off the park more than they're on the park. He's a great player.
Yeah. The man's made of
but-
tissue paper.
You want to chuck $10 million at Errol Goulden over 10 years? Do it.
Yeah.
He's young. He's 21 years old. Takes him through till he's literally
We pretty-
Elliot Yo's
Yeah,
age.
we pretty much did, didn't we?
I was going to say, didn't we do that already?
But instead,
Blind.
let's just skip 10 years down the track and then offer someone $1 million a year.
Oh, no. So I think that wraps up the sample talk. We won't go too much into that because it's not that exciting.
viewing.
There's been some AFLW fixture news drop over the last couple of days. So they're expecting that the fixture will come out in the next few weeks. One interesting point, though, is that there's a lot of articles coming out about how there's going to be a compressed period of 4 games per club in 3 weeks. When the fixture is released, because there's going to be 11 matches over a 10-week period, which in turn is also going to find a lot of games during the middle of the week. So they're lining it up with school holidays, and they're going to have games in their states when the school holidays are, hoping that it will boost attendance and buzz around it.
I can't wait for a 3:30 only game.
Yeah.
I think
on
a Tuesday.
I think they call this the reverse buy. So they don't do a buy. They just do games that they just cram it even more.
Is it called a hello? That was really bad.
No, I love it.
So because of that,
wow.
they're saying that there will be probably like a few kind of hub situations for clubs. Like they'll travel to a state and stay there for 2 weeks and then
Retro
go on.
COVID style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're bringing it back.
Yeah, why not?
Bring it
We're
back,
bringing
COVID.
back.
Oh.
And yeah, the season starts the last weekend of August, which is the pre-finals bye for the men's competition. So
So some clean air for the opening round. That'll be good.
That's it. And the other bit of news that I had was the SA under-18 team defeated the Allies on the weekend as well. We had SA winning 13-9-87 to the Allies 11-9-75. And a familiar name for the SA side, Tyler Welsh, kicking 3 goals. So he was looking very good
Indeed.
on the field, and he kicked the goal to seal the win as well in the last few seconds.
Your old mate, Ben.
Exactly.
did that
Besties, you know.
interview. Should
No.
you go back and listen to that interview?
All
Is
the
it-
time.
Yeah.
My claim to fame.
Few key names out of that one, actually. Ben Camporelli, Scott's son, who's probably going to go to Carlton anyway. But
Good Glenelg boy, up the ties.
he had 27 disposals, 6 inside 50s and 5 centre clearances. Dyson Sharp, who's going to go pretty high in the draft apparently, 25 touches, 7 tackles and 9 clearances. And Sid Draper, who we've been rumoured to be hopefully trying to push for, 19 disposals, 5 marks and 8 score involvements.
Good stuff. All right.
And last bit of news is the mid-season draft is coming up.
Yes.
And Cream, take it away.
Yeah, Wednesday. I think I read today Toby Murray, Nick Murray's younger brother, who's that 200 centimetre forward who can play as a second ruckman in the absence of Riley Thilthorpe. Obviously, already plays for the Rezzies. Chances are we'll nab him. So it starts on Wednesday from 7 p.m. So I dare say you can probably watch it on the TV. They'll probably have it on the telly. So AFL released an article today saying up to 26 list spots could be available, although clubs don't have to fill a vacant spot if the player they want is not available. Only 13 players were picked up last year. 24 players from around the country have undergone medical testing at different clubs. That doesn't mean that some outside of that won't get picked, but a lot of them are ex-AFL players, obviously. Trent Bianco, who was on Collingwood's list, Riley Collier-Dawkins, who was on Richmond's, Flynn Perez from North Melbourne. He now plays for Sturt in the SANFL, I reckon. And Bryn Teakle, who Port gave the flick to. I guess the Crows, they can pick one up because of Rory Sloane, can they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But it's pick 7 the Crows have, so...
Do you reckon we pick him up and then automatically give him the number 9, boot Rory out?
Clean out your locker.
Yeah.
Straight swap.
Yeah, potentially.
Stranger things have happened.
But who knows? Who knows? There could only be 2 people on most of the club's lists, and if they get picked up 5 picks ahead of them, they'll probably just go pass.
Yeah.
So should wrap up in less than an hour.
So it'd be a KO mini sort of operation.
Yeah. Just in time to head back to Robbo in the studio, talk a bit of shit before 8 o'clock, and then go to bed.
Perfect. So a massive thank you to all of our Patreons, especially to the ones who are our $10 and above a month, which I will read out the list now. So we've got Jenny McArdle, Hayden Arthur, aka The Real Hilf, Jordan Mahoney, Jessica Cook, Dave Carnivale, Jake Bokove, Drew Corner, Sam Curtis, Sharmarie Davies, Brendan McGarrigan, James Payne, Simone McDonald, Jaron Withers, Paul David Clennett, Matt Roylance, Neil Roylance, and a massive welcome to our new Patreons, Andrew Patton, John T, Heath Moss, Charlie Guthrie, and Pele Biancardi. So thank you to all of them and everyone who subscribes to our Patreon for all of the content that we put out there, the upcoming Chris Burgess Obscure Crow.
We've got to wait 10 years for that one. But.
And we will jump into our next game, which 3 of us will be at.
Indeed.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Thorn
Let's go.
at the MCG. You were going to come.
Make it
What
fun.
happened?
Yeah, come on.
What happened, Cream?
Dogged us.
I couldn't make it.
Let's do
happened
time.
yet.
Let's do time.
No, but when they did release the fixture for the back end of the year, I did earmark a game that I want to go to. So
We're going to Ballarat again.
I'm going to actually... People don't hunt me down at the game, but I'm going
It's going to be like 50,000 people there.
Sounds like Ballarat
God,
again, I swear.
I'm scared people are going to attack
Everyone's
me.
going to show up in camo. Just
It was the
looking
Essendon
for it.
game in round 19.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
not the Essendon game.
I considered that, but after our last couple against
Yeah.
Essendon,
We have a terrible.
I mean, that's our last game over in Melbourne, apart from a trip to GMHBA
yep.
in round 21.
That's
What a
barely over
joy.
the border.
So I'm
Nice.
definitely not going there.
But yeah, Hawthorn.
At the Mighty G.
The Mighty
Saturday
G.
afternoon.
Yeah.
I
At least
was
it's not a Sunday afternoon game. I like that it's a
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday is good.
We got this one. We got this.
We haven't won at the G since round
Yeah, we were talking about this on the way here.
2017.
Yes,
against
it
Carlton.
was 2017.
Oh,
We beat Carlton in I was at that one as well. That was a really good game, but yeah, we haven't won there since. So
They just
but
have
what
a
about
lot
the
of
draw?
small
We had the
players.
draw against Collingwood.
I think that was
That was
before
2017.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Someone needs to take care of Dylan Moore and Jack Ginnivan and Jack Gunston. That's it. I'm not worried about the Cowshadeer kid or fucking
Well,
muddy old
perfect.
child.
Well, if there's only 3 players to take care of, we can put 6 players on each of those players, and then we're set.
No, so we've got to put 5 on them. And then
But,
we've
yeah.
got the spare 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
you're
just
going to
keep-
get this yeah.
The ball's not moving.
We've created a circle around these players. They can't get past, but the ball's just on the ground over there. The other 15 Hawthorn players are looking confused.
Yeah, the commentary comes on. Ball's still sitting there. Still sitting there. We'll be back after this short ad break. Still sitting there.
Oh, slight breeze. The ball is the ball's rolling.
Seagulls landed on it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Jack Gunston could pose an issue. It's a bit of a threat. I think, well, I guess given, don't want to say it, but given Riley O'Brien's year, we're kind of used to getting beaten by a ruckman. But Lloyd Meek is a very, very good a big, strong, young, athletic boy.
He got a knock yesterday, didn't he? I think he came back on the ground, but he was a bit proppy. So
if Freo can do one thing, it's pick rucks.
Yeah,
because they had Meek, Darcy, and Jackson at the same time.
Yeah,
they didn't pick Jackson, to be fair, but
pick him, give him $1 million a year, same thing.
Yeah. And I reckon they lost maybe the one that's going to be the best out of them in Lloyd Meek. I really rate Lloyd Meek, so
yeah,
we'll see.
He's had a great year.
Mm.
They really should have gotten rid of Sean Darcy, but that's another.
That's on our Freo pod later.
Yeah. Or on Patreon, $1 a month.
Half your mango chutney.
Yeah.
So we haven't played Hawthorn at the MCG since 2018, where we lost by 56 points.
Oh, awesome!
It's a famous Kirtley Hampton.
Was that
was
the game that James Sicily took the piss?
I'll have a look.
I think it was really early in his career.
Just while Leighton's looking, I've got some stats for
Tom
you.
Mitchell, 40 touches.
Yeah.
Oh, old mate Sitch.
Sicily only had... he kicked 3 goals and had 24 touches.
Yeah, 3 goals and 24 touches.
Okay.
Yeah. So shut him down.
We'll see. He's been having a bit of an on and off year this year. He's not been at his best form, but he has had some good games. So
just need to make sure he's not that seagull out the back.
Yeah, that's it. He's so good at just finding those uncontested marks.
Yep. And I hate the fact that I'm bringing this back to Freo again. But it's like Luke Ryan. Luke Ryan does the same thing. He's just a seagull out the back.
Yeah, exactly. Just waiting for those breadcrumbs.
Yeah. For more on animal noises, go to the pre-roll.
It all comes full circle.
Oh my goodness me. Who wins, by how much, and how many Crows players will have more than 25 disposals? Start with you, Lleyton.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to go the draw. I reckon we'll win by 33 points, and we're going to have 7 players over 25 touches.
Whoa, Jesus,
just
sharing it around.
Yeah.
Will Brody Smith be one of them for the 33?
Why not?
Good.
Good point.
Crows by, let's make it an even 4 goals, 24 points, and 3 players will have more than 25. Laird, Dawson, and Crouch.
Yep, fair. I'll say the Crows by 19, and I'll say 4, but I have a stat for you from the last time we won at the MCG. 10 players in the game had more than 25 touches, including Sam Kerridge and Bryce Gibbs, who also had 32 goals and 160 fantasy points.
32 goals?
No, 30 touches. 30 touches, 2 goals.
He's brought his own belt. Bryce, get out of the forward pocket.
It's weird that they recorded the goals before the game. Just to practice.
Gibbs has 30.
You'd think we'd remember a 32 goal performance.
He'd still be on the list.
And we still won.
Oh, man. I'm going to keep the optimism going. I think that we win by 5 points. It's going to be a nice, close one to keep us interested.
How good.
Yeah.
And I think that there will be 6 players with 20. Oh, now I have to name 6 players. That was a bad move.
That wasn't part of the deal. You say 6.
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay,
but
6.
You can if you want to.
One of them will be Chase Jones.
I like that. I'm going to go Crows by 11, and I'm going to say 5 with 25, and I'm going to put Mitch Hinge in there.
Yeah, like it.
Interesting. All right, save that for Benny and the Bets later, hey?
So we're winning all round.
Yeah,
Is this the first time in a while that we've all said that we're going to win?
I reckon.
Well, to be fair, after you win by 99 points, surely.
99, that's nothing compared to a 100-point win.
It should have been 105.
If Sam Berry knew how to run.
Sam Berry, Ben Keys, what the?
And don't even bother kicking it to Cook. Just run the extra 10 metres and purposely kick a point. You're so close.
Oh,
It was
God.
right there.
Make sure you head on over to our Patreon to listen to Segment Street, which we're going to record after this, which will have Fantasyland, Around the Grounds, Beryl and Cecil of the Week, and much, much more. I think that pretty much wraps us up here.
Oh,
Can I just say,
No, it doesn't.
Jade's
Never
first time
over.
hosting tonight, and she's crushed it. So
Thank
if
you.
ever, there's got to be an applause button on there.
Which one is
press
it?
Yeah.
one.
There you go.
And she gets
See?
the applause first shot.
Bang.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. Now I'm nervous.
Don't fuck it up here.
Oh my God.
You've come so
He's
far.
going to take back the compliment.
All you have to say is go.
But in saying that, make sure you head over to our Patreon to listen to the little bits and pieces we got over there. Check us out on our social media. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you name it, we're there. A massive thank you to all of our Patreons. Make sure you head over to crowject.cartel.
That's all right. Close enough.
Done.
Back her
We're
up.
changing our ways. Crowject.bigcartel.com. Don't go to cartel.com. You might find some not so good things. There, we've still got our Crom bundles over there. You can get a scarf, beanie, stubby holder, and stickers for $49.95. Oh no! And we've got plenty more upcoming stuff on Patreon as always. Thank you, Elodie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cream.
Go Crump.
Thank you, Lleyton.
Thank you.
Go Crows. Go.
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 We're gonna be-
Crows.
We're going to be in Melbourne. We're going to see a win.
Yes.
Camry.
Crows.
Crows.
Hey! Go
Did we just
Crows.
become boomers?